Hey guys, we're back with another exciting episode of Let's Play Minecraft. I'm your host, Wyvernrider, and today we're going to be going through things like pop, 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 so just keep your eyes on the screen. Alright, so the first thing that I wanted to go over was the Boots of the Meteor. So I've got everything, I think, that you'll need here. Did I get that right? Oh no, it is not a cinder pearl pod. No duh. It is the blaze powder from the cinder pearl pod. Okay, there we go. So 7 league boots, fire, crystal, blaze powder. I went over this earlier. I told you I don't use them because they destroy things. So I'm just going to make those and show you real quick. They're red, so they're super snazzy. And I do like red things, but I think you can jump a little higher. But you'll see if I go over here and I jump, and then I press shift. Boom! Bam! It's a lot of fun. Boom! I just love destroying things with these. It's a lot of fun. But, like I said, if that happens in my lab, then there goes all my equipment. So, I'm just going to set those aside. They're really neat. Alright, so as usual, I've got everything I need down in my chest there. One thing I guess I wanted to go over was, it is complete! The crystal room. Isn't it glorious? Now, I just cleaned this thing out a few minutes ago, and there are already crystals back. So, yes, it has achieved the amount of productivity, or the level of productivity, that I had planned for it. It's beautiful. I also added a crystal chandelier right here. Now, this is, I think, a little glitch that I've discovered. You can place crystals on Nitor. So, I thought that was really neat, so I decided that it would be a really awesome just little visual thing. So I added a crystal chandelier. I thought that would be really cool to have. Alright, the lag has set in, so alright, I'm gonna go down to my lab real quick and grab all these discoveries out of my thing that I want to go over. So let's see. First one, and you guys probably already have these by this point in time, but this is the thaumium reinforced tank. So what you're going to need is a regular tank and a thaumium ingot. And what these do is they hold twice as much vis and taint or whatever. But the real feature that you want out of them is the fact that they don't get destroyed, or they won't explode if you put, if you fill them completely with taint. So now you're able to use these much more safely and put taint in them. So there's a thaumium reinforced tank. I've already got my whole lab set up down there. Like, you know how I said I wouldn't use something if I hadn't covered it yet? Well, I lied. Alright, hold on. Let me see. Quick circuit, Crystallizer, advanced vis valve. Alright, the advanced vis valve. Alright, this is a neat little thing. So I'm going to need a vis valve, 2 gold, and a tainted and a vis crystal. So what this does is you take it in here, you put your vis valve on the top, you put your gold in you put the vis on the top, and you put the taint on the bottom, and it gives you an advanced vis valve. These are really neat. So what they do is they have 3 settings now. Let's turn these off real quick. As you can see, I completely revamped my lab. It's pretty awesome now. So it has 3 settings. There's off, there's on, there's vis, and then there's taint. So off, vis, taint. So I have it currently set to vis. So if I go up here and I find something to throw into my crucible, I'm never sure what to throw in my crucible. So I'm just going to throw in a bunch of flint. So as you can see, I've got piping that goes everywhere now, and I'm using a lot of vis pumps to do that. So there's a pump that takes stuff all the way up to my infuser here. There's a pump that draws it down from my crucible here, and the crucible pipe goes straight to here. So as you can see, those gave me barely anything, but if I turn this on, it will only filter out the vis. If I turn this on, it will only filter out the taint. And as you can see back here, and this is the very important taint section of the thing, I have a taint nuker, or an improvised taint nuker. Now there are more efficient designs for this, I'm sure. But what this one does is basically it takes the taint from this tank, pulls it through this thing right here into this tank, which then just loops it back. So what those are Vis purifiers. And these are a lot like a Vis filter, but much more efficient. They completely destroy the taint that gets put into them. So I'm going to go ahead and build you one of those real quick. Got to take 5 silverwood logs and a bit of gold. You're going to need 3 crystals. As you can see, I have a ton of crystals, and all these ores I'm going to be using to change over to a ore-based lighting system later. So that'll be exciting. Put a bunch of crystals everywhere. It'll look really neat, like Crystal Cavern. And so you get 3 enchanted silverwood, and as you can see, a silverwood log only puts out 1 enchanted silverwood. So be aware of that. Alright, now silverwood logs on the sides. You put your silverwood all the way up and down. Put your gold in the corners, and you get a Vis purifier. So these things are pretty darn neat. They're very efficient too. They may work somewhat slowly, but still. Alright, next thing I suppose I'm going to go over are, remember how I talked about upgrades earlier? Well, we're going to go over a couple of upgrades. So what I'm going to need for this one is some soul sand. Actually, I think I've already got everything down there. No, just the tainted crystal. Alright. Tainted crystal, soul sand. As you can see, I've got a lot of soul sand and glowstone now. I went in there and I just laid about with my switching wand. So there's like little things made out of wood all over in the nether now. It's kind of funny. Alright, tainted crystal, soul sand, and I'm going to need my dark infuser for this. So as you can see, I've got 2 more infusers. I got bored, so I made those. They're not really being used for anything right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my Ha! Take that. Friggin' axe of the stream, bringing it back up for me. Yeah. So I'm going to set it off to the... Well. Come on back up. Okay. Crucible first. This time. So I'm just going to set them in my doorway here. And, you know what? I have so many of these. And this is probably a terrible bad idea. But if you throw in a Vis ore, it will give you 150 Vis and a good amount of taint. So I'm just going to use those real quick. I'll use that real quick. It'll be nice. So you get this little thing called a concentrated evil. And that's an upgrade that you can place on things. And so what I'm going to be placing this on is a Vis condenser. So I've already got one in here. And then I'm going to show you how to make a Quicksilver core, which is another simple upgrade. This one you don't need the fuser for, so you're going to need a Quicksilver, Vaporous Crystal, and another stone slab. So, like I said, that Quicksilver that you gathered up at the beginning, or that you have been gathering up and just kind of saving off to the side, it is useful. So you get a Quicksilver core. And so the thing about a Vis condenser is that you can put 2 upgrades on it. So I'm just going to set those aside. And I'll go over Thaumic Crystallizer when I get back. Alright, what happened to the crystals I put in here? I know I put some aside. I don't know. So I'm just going to take my condenser, I'm going to take my conduit, take my pump. Because I will be setting up a simple taint nuker just to show you how that works. Then I've already got a place for that. So, ding. Hold on, I have to take a tainted crystal with me just to show you how it works. As you can see, I'm a little low on tainted crystals, but when I get back, the Thaumic Crystallizer is going to fix that for me. So I gotta make sure this doesn't crash. Gotta approach it kind of slowly. There we go. Alright, so as you can see, remember that monolith I found earlier? I don't. Well, hold on. I didn't bring any crystals. What am I thinking? What on earth am I thinking? Alright, so I'm just going to bring a whole bunch of them. I don't know what kinds I'll need. Oh wait, I remember where I put them. Did I put them in my traveling trunk? Yes, I did. Hey, buddy, you're so useful. Here we go. These are the crystals I'll need. And I'm also going to bring a bunch of ladders. So when you're breaking into monoliths, bring ladders. Oh. I know what I was also going to do. I was going to bring a seal. I was going to bring a seal so that I could get back out easily. So I'm just going to bring some magic and make some air seals real quick. I don't have any Nitor, so I guess I'll just be doing the one today. So I guess the one that I'm going to do is the one in the spot that's really dangerous. Alright, so I've got my crystals. And one thing, if you have multiple portals on a network, then if you click, or if you right click on it, it will switch to a different portal. So as you can see, I've got a couple of portals in here that all go to different obelisks. And I found those while I was flying around making my map. Alright, so, taint. This is what happens when taint gets too high. This is a naturally generated taint chunk that I found. It's, as you can see, it's on the northern end of my map. And it will appear as though it's just a dirt area on the map, because I'm not sure maps know how to render taint. But, yeah, this really scary looking crap just covers everything. And what it will do is it's got these little plants all over it, and you can't get rid of them permanently. Like if you destroy one, another one will pop up nearby. So that's kind of interesting. And it will slowly spread. Like the taint charge in here, or the taint level in here is about 7,000. But nearby chunks that have over 4,000 taint, I think, it will spread to them. And it will also cause a slight taint charge if it gets too bad. And so it will just continue spreading outward. So you have to be really careful with that. Alright, so let's set up a taint nuker. So one thing I want is... crap, you know what I forgot to bring? A V's tank. I forgot to bring a V's tank. So let's just go find my lab again. Go grab a tank and come back. Come on. Lab. 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 There we go. Yeah. Alrighty. So, I don't have any room in my inventory. What can I pitch? Oh, I could just put these conduits off to the side. Alright. Thaumic reinforced tank. Awesome. Now we can go back and put that tank right there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to wait for it to be daytime, because I really don't want to be out there at night. It's kind of creepy. Like, I mean, I know it's not like all that dangerous because there aren't any mobs around, but at night the mobs spawn, and so it gets kind of scary. Especially because creepers will turn into tainted creepers, and they'll just kind of explode and spread the taint everywhere. So that's really dangerous. If non-hostile mobs wander onto this tainted ground, then they will become tainted. So that's really scary. So a simple taint nuker, and I forget who originally showed me this design, but I found it on YouTube somewhere. So you're going to want to put a tank and then a condenser on top. You put your V's purifier on the bottom, put a V's pump on top of that, and then you take two V's conduits and just connect them. So this is what your upgrades are for. You want to put a concentrated evil on it, and then a quicksilver core. And a quicksilver core looks kind of neat. It's got this little thing that goes up and down. But if you open it up, you'll see that the slots are taken. So what the concentrated evil allows you to do is put a tainted crystal into the V's condenser. And what that will do is, instead of drawing taint out of the atmosphere, or instead of drawing V's out of the atmosphere, it will draw taint. So the taint level will very slowly go down. As you can see, it's already working. So it's gone from 7,013 to 7,010 so far. So that's a simple taint nuker. Oh god, tainted chicken. Tainted chicken! Oh god, it's so fast! Just look at this thing. I think tainted animals have a lot more health. But tainted animals will drop tainted artifacts. So that's kind of neat. Alright, so here we go, breaking in. So once you've got your goggles of revealing, you're able to see a monolith's, these four little slots. They have these little runes that float next to them. So those correspond to different crystals. So as you can see, the dark purple one is a tainted crystal. The light purple one is a V's crystal. The green one, earthen, the red one, fiery, and so on. And so it's a random combination every single time. But, oh, you might not want to stand on... I'm disappointed in you, portal. So you might not want to stand on this center block when this happens, because it will open up. And so as you can see, it's got this really long, deep thing, and that's what I brought the ladders for. Oh, shoot. Ow, God, thank God I have my boots. Holy crap. Alright, so, you fall down into this thing, and there are between 1 and 4 chests in here. And these are void chests. And they will have a bunch of eldritch artifacts in them. And possibly other rare items. So, I'm just going to take these with me, because I love eldritch, or void chests. They're so useful. As you can see, they're much larger than regular double chests, and they only take up a single spot. So I know that the 1.3.1 update came out with void chests, but at the same time, it's whatever for me. So these are going to be used later, and I will show you what they do later on. So, oh crap. So, I'm just going to place a rune to get out of here real quick. It's going to need magic air. But, I can't use it to get out because I don't have a water rune that I brought. So, I guess I forgot to do that too. But that's okay because I have lots and lots of ladders. So, with the eldritch stone that I found in here, come on, I can climb back out. Yay. Safely get out. So safely getting in is the hard part. I've seen people use water to get in. So you can do that. Just take a bucket of water, let it flow down to the bottom, and then remove it and just kind of water surf your way down. So that's a pretty cool way of doing it. But since I will be coming back to this, alright, well, I've already... Well, let's go check on that taint nuker real quick. See how much it's done. It was at 7,010 when we left it, and now it's down to 6,925. So these things are very efficient, especially when the moon is full. So I'm hoping to get rid of this tainted area, because as much fun as taint is, I don't really want it out here. This is the only tainted chunk that I've run across so far, so I might not drag it down too far, just because I still need like tainted artifacts. So as you can see, I just punched a piece of this grass and it dropped a taint spores. So you can find tainted artifacts from punching these weeds. See, like that. Alright, another thing is that this stuff is really hard to destroy. It's like trying to punch stone with your fist. But once that happens, it'll just get destroyed, but then it will just taint the block underneath it. So as you can see, it's only a 1 layer thick level of taint across the top. But unfortunately, if I go over here to this cave, it goes all the way down through the cave system. So all the way down underneath this, cave systems are corrupted. So that's kind of not very fun. Alright, running a little long, gotta get back. Zoop, pow. Alright, so one thing I wanted to cover before... Alright, let's just throw all this stuff in here real quick. I'll be going over eldritch artifacts and stuff next time, I think. So what I wanted to go over real quick is the thaumic crystallizer. So you might be at the point where you're saying, okay, so I've got like a whole lot of one type of crystal. As you can see, this crystal room is already full of more crystals. It's at a fantastic production rate. You might be saying, I have a whole lot of one type of crystal, and I've got a whole lot of these depleted crystals, but you told me they'd be important, but you haven't really shown me how. So this is the discovery that helps fix that. So you get a diamond, 2 gold, an iron, and 1 of every type of crystal, except for the tainted crystal, as usual. So, and I don't know if the order on these works or is important, so I'm just gonna, okay, green, yellow, purple, blue, red. Oh wait, that's over here. So green, yellow, purple, blue, red. You put your diamond in the middle, you put your gold on the side, you put your iron in the center, and you get a thaumic crystallizer. So this thing, and it just looks like a short block right now. Holy crap, lag. Alright, so if I pop it in right next to my other things, you'll get this interface. And so it has one room for a upgrade slot, and it has an output in every type of crystal color. So if I go down here and I take some depleted crystals, just a whole stack of them, and I throw those in there, as you can see, this bar will slowly go down as it recharges the crystal. But one thing that's cool about this is if you take a concentrated evil upgrade and slap it on, you'll see it will add the tainted crystal. So now it also has a chance to output a tainted crystal. One other thing you can do with crystallizers is if you put in one type of crystal, and I can actually just switch those out. If you put in a type of crystal, it will randomly output any other type of crystal. So you might get the same crystal back, but it costs less than if you put in a depleted crystal off the top. It'll start the bar at about right here. And yeah, so that's what a thaumic crystallizer does. And those are kind of neat. This lag is amazing. I don't even know what could have prompted this. Just lag spike of death right here. Oh, and there we go. It just fixes itself. It's amazing. Alright, last thing, Sword of the Zephyr. Really cool. I don't have it. Yeah, I do. Vaporous. 2 thaumium ingots, 1 enchanted wood, and a stick. And this is something that you're probably going to use a lot if you are so inclined to. So you put your sword in, you put a enchanted wood on the bottom, and you put vaporous crystals all around the top, and you get this thing called the Sword of the Zephyr. And this is quite possibly one of the most fun weapons in the game. So I'm just going to go over here and demo it on these chickens since I've got a bunch of them. So slash, and it strikes nearby enemies with lightning. So as you can see, it did not kill 1 chicken, but 3. So that's a lot of fun. The other thing is if you right-click with it, it will dash you forward. So whoosh! So not only do your boots make you fly, but the sword makes you fly too. And if you jump up and then you right-click it again and again, you can fly even farther. So that's the Sword of the Zephyr. Super fun. Alright, that's about all I've got time for right now. I'll be going over what all I changed in the lab next time, as well as void chests and interfaces and bracelets and whatnot. My void bracelet. Link to the water network. It's a lot of fun. Oh right, I needed to get another portal up for the thing. Right, I'll do that off camera. Alright, thanks for watching. I probably sounded a little bit rushed in this episode, but thanks for watching. Please rate, comment. I hope you like this little thing right here that I discovered. I thought that was pretty cool. Just the whole floating crystals thing. Like you put them on Nitor. Right, rate, comment, leave me some suggestions. I know I've been negligent in covering comments, so I will have a whole section on that next episode. Next episode is going to be kind of lax. Kind of lazy, I guess. So, thanks, and goodbye.